have you ever been to the store to buy starter plants and they look horrible? And on top of that, they're expensive. I have always said start seeds, sow seeds, drop seeds. But a lot of people say that starting seeds is intimidating to them. And it can be. Some things are hard to start from seed. But today I'm going to be starting pepper seeds. And peppers, they're pretty easy to start from seed. So stay tuned, and I will show you how I start my pepper seeds. So I will be right back. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would like to welcome you. And if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back again. I am, as I said, I'm at the grow table, and I got all my seeds that I'm going to plant here, spread out. I will be growing hot peppers, and I will be growing sweet peppers. And in the hot peppers, I got these 2 cayenne peppers. This one is a long cayenne pepper. I grew these last year. And have these from Botanical Interest. I think I grew these too. Like one of each. I think I did. I don't remember. And this is a cayenne pepper. It's Buena Mulata. It is a purple cayenne. And then, of course, this is poblano. It is the heirloom poblano. This is a jalapeno, and it's the Jedi. Let me see, Jedi F1, but it's a jalapeno pepper. And this is poblano, but it's barren poblano, but it is hybrid. It doesn't say it on the pack that it is poblano, but it is poblano. And then I have a Tabasco pepper from the Okra Lady. And I have this mystery pepper that Miss Shaka Faith from Food by Faith, Garden to Table. She sent me these seeds in not 24 but in 23, Christmas 2023. She sent me these seeds, and she had sent me some green bean seeds, and I grew these last year, and they ended up being like a jalapeno, and they were pretty good. So I'm gonna grow some more of them. And so that is what I will be growing as far as hot peppers. So these are the sweet peppers that I'll be planting. This is Due d'Espagne, and it is a sweet pepper, and I think these will get pretty big, so I'm going to try and grow that. I am going to grow Nesea, and California Wonder. Now, Lesia, these will turn red, but you know, they start out green, and they can get pretty big green, and if you let them stay long enough, they will turn red. And I think that they have some yellow ones now, and but these are so good. I almost don't need no regular bell pepper, because these are just sweet, and the skin, the flesh of it is so thick. It is good. It is a good pepper. Lesia. This is lipstick, and I grew it last year, but I started it late, and we didn't really get too much from it. I don't think we got any. I think we did. Well, this is the Black Beauty. These are both sweet peppers, and I grew them together last year. I dropped the tray, got my labels mixed up. I don't think I even dropped the tray. I think I just got the labels mixed up before. Oh, I planted them in like one of these. I started the seeds in one of these, and I put saran wrap over the top, and I laid the labels on top so that I know which side was which. And the labels fell off one time, and I didn't know which one they were supposed to go back on. So, and then when I harvested these, and I had started them late, so it got cold before I really got a good harvest. So I just picked what I had, and then I pulled the plant up because it was gonna get cold. And I mean, it was good, but it was still green, so neither one was either purple or red, so I didn't know what I had. So I'm starting these on time this year. This one is Keystone Resistant Giant Bell Pepper. This is from M.I. Gardner. I grew these last year, and they produce pretty good. And then this one is Zulu. It is a black pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera down, and I'm going to get started. I'm going to plant in these. I'm going to put hot peppers in one, and sweet peppers in another one. So I have two of these that I'm going to plant out of. So I'll be right back. I had told you all that I usually, after I make my list of plants that I want to grow for the whole year and get my grow calendar, I usually make out a list for each month, everything that I'm to grow or start seeds for every month. And so in January I have peppers, celery, rosemary. I'm gonna do like shallots, leeks, bunch of onions, and I'm gonna start parsley, cilantro, and that's basically it. I'm gonna do some brassicas. I'm gonna go ahead and start this month too, but today I'm only gonna start peppers, and I may do celery as well. So I have a video that I did a couple years ago where I showed you all how I make my seed starting soil, and it's just cocoa coir and okay, I usually will buy cocoa coir in the bricks. I usually buy that, and then what I do is I just take this whole big thing, put it in a container, and pour hot boiling water on it, and then I will stir it up as it breaks down, and then I usually will add perlite to it, and then I just put it in my containers and trays and pots and stuff, whatever I'm going to sow seeds in. That's what I use. Now, I had been ordering these from Amazon. I bought these two from Home Depot last Sunday. Today is Thursday, January 23rd. And I've just decided that I am going to stop buying from Amazon so much. Their delivery, they don't deliver on time like they say they used to. And the last thing I bought these. I think I bought these last year. Usually last year or the year before. I think I bought them last year. I think I bought them at the end of 2023. And it was 5 of them came in here. Yep. And I think there's one more in here. But yeah. There's one more in here. But yeah. I'm gonna just put these in here too. I am going to stop buying from Amazon so much, because I have an order that delivered today. Today I just received an order that they delivered an order today. Finally, today, that I placed in late December, and they just delivered it today, January 23rd. And one of the orders came yesterday, and I had called like 2 weeks ago, and I told them, I said, look, I got 3 outstanding orders, and every day that they are supposed to deliver, you send a notification saying it's running late, and it is you give me a new date every time. It had done that like 3 times, and I wanted my stuff. One thing was a hard drive. I needed an external hard drive to keep my YouTube stuff on it, and I wanted that. I didn't want to like get my money back. I wanted that order, and so they did replacement orders. Well, one of the orders trickled in here yesterday, and then the other one just fell in here today. And today it was a pair of gloves, and they weren't in a box, and they were in a clear plastic bag is how it came. you could see clearly what was in it. It was just a pair of isotonic gloves, but you could see. I mean, did you not have a box? Put that in, like, you know. I'm not even gonna call and complain about that. I'm just not gonna order from them as much anymore because this makes no sense. It makes no sense at all how they do. Okay, so let me see. Trying to see if I can see better. I don't think I put my. Okay, so I'm gonna pull you down so you can see what I'm doing because I've been talking and I might not be doing the right thing, but y'all need to see, because as I mentioned before, some people get intimidated when it comes time to start seeds, and it's really not that hard. It's okay to start your seeds, and the good thing about starting seeds is when it's time to plant into your garden, you'll have some really nice plants to start with, and you started them, and you won't have to buy those expensive plants from the store. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you down so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I already made holes, and then I took the water and I kind of sprayed to moisten this some. Okay. So these are the Tabasco seeds that I got from the Okra Lady, and I'm gonna put these and as I mentioned, I put 2 holes per cell. And that's how these seeds look. Okay, and these are Miss Shock of Faith seeds, mystery pepper, and she put a lot of seeds in here, and they look really good. So I'm gonna do the hybrid poblano. They've all pepper seeds look just about alike. This is the Jedi jalapeno. And you really don't have to put but 1 or 2 seeds in each hole. These pepper seeds are they're pretty big, so you don't have to go real deep, but deep enough So I'm gonna plant these two cayennes. I'll probably be giving some of these plants away because I have so many family members and friends that love growing cayenne peppers because here we use them a lot to cook with. So this is the botanical interest. They always put their seeds in these little packets. And some of these are red and some are white, so it's no telling. Okay, that's all of those seeds. Okay, and this is the Bueno Mulata, and I just got these seeds. And I'm gonna plant some of them. Never seen, well, I've never planted like a purple cayenne. So, and we all know that the darker the food is, the better for you it is. It's more like a superfood. Okay, and this is the heirloom poblano. So I'm gonna plant it. I'm gonna have it over here. So, because I'm gonna see how it grows versus the hybrid one. Okay. Now I am I got my labels here. I'm gonna make them out. This is, y'all know, this is my garden marker. These are the best ones. Got them from Amazon. But I got a whole box of them. They come in like a box of 15 or something like that. And they work way better than than Sharpie. And as I mentioned before, when you're closing these holes, always be sure that you kind of mash it good, not just press it down where the roots can't grow and spread out, but you know, press it down so that that hole closes up and that seed is making good contact with the soil. Be sure your soil is good and moist, and that's pretty much how I start pepper seeds. And it's very easy. Now peppers, now if you have started seeds before and you feel like it didn't work out right, and if they were pepper seeds, you probably did it right, because these grow slow. Pepper seeds germinate slow. Pepper plants grow slow, and they're just slow until, you know, they start producing. That's just how they are. So I mean, it'll come a time you gonna think they ain't gonna make it, like they going on the globe or something like that, but they're not. They are just slow, and I don't know why, but they are. Actually, I want to put some vermiculite on these. I'm gonna go ahead and spray them again, because these are, they're going to take a long time to germinate, and so they will be covered in plastic, and so until then, having this vermiculite on top of it will hold in that moisture, and the seed will just come up. So this vermiculite Okay, so I hope that you can see these, but that's how I have them labeled, and I'm gonna put some plastic over. I wished I had a top, but I think I'll just get some a great big piece of saran wrap and put over this. And then I'm gonna put it on the heat mat. Peppers, that's what they grow better in the summertime when it's hot. So, and even the packages, these packages tell you, they say, you know, give you when you need to sow them, but it says grow inside on a heat mat, because they will germinate faster in warm soil. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have saran wrap over this, and I never thought about doing it this way, but last year I got so many labels mixed up because I didn't want to stick them in. I just wanted to put saran wrap over this real tight, and then my labels would get all mixed up and misplaced and all that. So I just went ahead and stuck them in there and put the saran wrap all over the whole thing. So I want to take this over to my grow shelf And we're gonna stick them on here. So, and I don't think they really need a whole lot of light. They probably don't. First starting out, and I can turn these off without it bothering anything else. But this heat mat is and it's warm. These are the Vivison heat mats that I have. 10 by 20 3/4, and I already got it plugged up, so it's gonna heat that soil up, and they will just be tucked away in there like that. This is one of my trays that I cleaned last fall, and I just put them up. See how clean they'll get. And see, I might bring this in the house. That still looks a little, but it's used, but it's clean. It's clean. I'm gonna start some seeds in it. I'm gonna start sweet peppers in that. I got those on the heat mat over there. So I use this little dibble to make my little holes. I didn't show you before, but these are my little tools that I use, and they usually come when I get some of those little planters and stuff. All kind of little tools. I got all kind of little tools. Got these. These are to kind of dig out the plants a little easier. And then I have one here that is a little scooper on one end, and it is a little dibble on the other end. And then we also have this great big one that we can use in the garden. This is good to make holes, and it has measurements. It has measurements along here, so you know how far down you need to go. You can measure it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. I like this one. I never use it, but I like it. But I do a lot of seed starting inside the house on my grow table, and my grow shelf, and my heat mats. You just kind of work your way up to that. And I mean, if you feel like you want to try to do it, you go ahead and get the stuff and go ahead and try it and do it. Seed starting can be intimidating. And once you do it, you try it. And if you have the right equipment, right stuff, it's easy. It's once you learn what needs heat, what does not need heat, it's easy. Like brassicas, all the things that will grow in cold, they don't need a heat mat to germinate. The seeds don't need a heat mat to germinate. They like to grow in cold, and so they like cold soil their whole life. Now these peppers and tomatoes and okra, squash, cucumbers, all them melons, they like heat. They grow in the summertime and they like heat. So if you're gonna start those seeds, they're gonna germinate faster and better on a heat mat. Starting them in the house, because usually when you start those seeds, it's too hot, it's too cold to take them. It's too cold outside to start them outside. And but by the time, if you start them in the house on heat mats and under grow lights and all that, by the time it's ready to take them outside, then you know they're ready. And I've seen a lot of people start seeds in the house and they don't have grow lights. They just stick them by a window, or they put them on their grow shelf, and they might get some like shop lights or just a light that's more reasonable, because those lights that I have, those are not real grow lights. They're like shop lights. They're just lightweight, and I think they're LED because I can touch them. They're not hot. And because I can't really afford the grow lights, because the grow lights are expensive. So you just get what you can afford. If you're gonna properly set up your, grow stations in the house, do what you can do. And you don't have to have heat mats. But to properly set it up properly, you will need heat mats. But you don't have to have it. You don't have to have it. You don't have to have the lights. You don't have to have shit. You can do everything outside. Because for many thousands of years, people have been growing, and before there was electricity, they did it outside. So you don't have to have the lights. You don't have to have the heat mat. You don't have to have any of that. But since that system has come about and come into play for it to properly be set up, that's what you need. You do everything that's easy. It's easier to do it that way, then that's what you need. Okay, so I've got my holes punched out and I've moistened it. So now I'm gonna drop my seeds. So first of all, I have this Zulu, and I'm gonna drop them now. That's what they look like. Then this is the Keystone giant bell pepper. And then I have California Wonder. But these are some of my own seeds. And these are actually from 2022. This is Hisea. This is Lipstick. That beauty. Okay, so I'm gonna plant one more thing, and then that'll be all that I'll do today. So I'm gonna plant some celery. I have Utah Tall, and I have my peppers. I mean, my things have got wet. Ugh. I have pink plume celery, and I think this is the lean celery. I've been growing this all the time, and I just wanted to try these in 2024, and they came out pretty good. Something had the Utah Tall, the leaves had gotten really something white looking, something like, and I don't know what happened, but they turned out okay. I have these little labels that I made. These are some wooden labels, and they are just really nice, so I'm gonna use these. A lot of people say, and it is really, like, if you're gonna be intimidated by starting seeds, celery is probably gonna be the one that's gonna intimidate you, because I tried many times before, and I think it was in 2023 I got it, and it's really easy. So I'm gonna move you down so that you can see how I just plant celery seeds. Okay, I'm just going to try and just kind of smooth these out, get them all kind of level. I'm not going to make any holes. I'm just going to just sprinkle their little seeds, because their seeds are tiny. So I'm just going to sprinkle them all over the top of each cell. And that's pretty much it. And I will put a little bit of soil on top of them. Well, I'll just kind of mash them in a little. Okay, I'll go ahead and put my labels on here. Well, let me water this real quick. This column is just going to be the lean. Let's see, that's how the seeds are. They are tiny, tiny, tiny. And what I'm going to do is just sprinkle these seeds all over the top. And try not to do as many as I have done in the past. But once you take them outside, get them hardened off, and you take these outside, I mean, you can up pot them, because they'll get big. They will pretty much last all year long, so you can grow some in the spring and grow some in the fall. And that's it. I'm going to put pink plume in the center column, a row. And these are tiny too. And I'm just sprinkling them all over this soil. So that's why I say you don't even have to, I guess I will put a little soil on top. So they will, I just may mash them in. And they take a while to germinate, so. They take 14 to 21 days to germinate. And then this last column will be Utah Tall. And just mash them in like that. And I am going to take just a little bit of soil and put over the top of these. This dome over these, make sure it's closed, get a hole in the moisture, and in the days ahead the vermiculite will start to turn green looking, and you'll think that it's got algae or something growing in it. No, that will be your celery germinating. So this is how I'm gonna just leave these out here on the little shelf on the heat mats. These are the sweet peppers. And then this is the celery. Condensation building up in there, so they are getting nice and warm in there. Okay, you all, so that's how I start my pepper seeds, and I showed you how to start celery seeds as well, which can be intimidating. I tried in 21 and in 22, and I could not get anything to germinate, and I would always end up having to buy some of the starter plants. But then in 23, I think it was in my gardener I had watched, and he had did a video showing how to grow celery. So I tried it in 23 and it worked. So just put them on, just sprinkle them around on the soil, kind of mash them in a little bit. And in 23, I think, and 24, I just sprinkled the vermiculite on top, and they germinated fine. But this year I put just a little bit of soil and smooth it out over top, and we'll see. I put vermiculite over it, and we'll see what happens. They are such a tiny seed that I probably didn't even have to do that. I probably didn't have to put that soil on top. But that's the reason why you just kind of sprinkle it on top of the soil, and you don't have to really put any soil on top, and just kind of mash them in, and then they will germinate. Because just like the lettuce and carrots, they're such tiny seeds, and they don't need much on top of them, because all they need is contact with some moist soil and a little time, and they will germinate. But I will keep you all up to date on that. So that is what I do. You don't have to do that. You can start your seeds outside, because you may say, well, I don't have grow lights, I don't have heat mats, and I don't have a grow shelf, I don't have room in my house to start seeds, and I don't have a window with a lot of light. You don't need any of that. You can do winter sowing. You can get you some milk jugs, water bottles, vinegar jugs, just any kind of jug, any kind of bottle, and you can put some soil in it, and you can put your seeds in it, leave the top off, and put it outside. That's winter sowing. And a lot of people, I normally do winter sowing. I'm just not going to do it this year. But you can grow a lot of food that way. The spray bottles, use that when you're starting seeds, because if you use a little bucket pouring water in there, especially after you've gotten your seeds sowed into the soil, that bucket pouring it could move the seeds around or push it all the way down to the bottom. And you definitely don't want your seeds to go all the way to the bottom unless it's a watermelon seed or something like that. That's big and can stand to go to the bottom. So get you some spray bottles and just use that. Now what I'm gonna do is write all my seeds. I'm gonna log them. I got my seeds here, and I am going to this is the sheet that I have used for the last few years, and I get these from myfrugalhome.com, and they have all these. It's a seed starting tracker, and has a column where you put the name of the seed and where you bought the seed, the date you planted it, the date it germinated, the date you transplanted, and then you can take some notes right over here. And I usually will write if it's an heirloom or hybrid, or how many days it'll take to mature, and just little stuff like that. But this year I'm probably not going to use these, because my garden journal, I showed you all that I'm using this year, garden planner. It has a seed starting log that I'm going to use, and I made copies of this, and so I have all the copies behind that. And it's fun, and once it is fun to watch those plants pop up. It is amazing. It is wonderful. It is awesome. I mean, that is nature. I've learned so much in gardening. I didn't like biology and science and all that stuff in school. I didn't like it. I just did it, passed it, and got on out of there. But I love it now. I understand it now. I understand it. Even like in the fertilizers, I'm sure they probably talked to us about that in probably chemistry or something like that. But I understand it all now, and it is amazing. It's wonderful. Growing food, it's wonderful. It's fun. So, sorry to keep you all so long. I'm going to get busy and log these seeds into my seed tracker here. And so you stay safe, stay well, and stay warm. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.